Welcome back to the channels. My name is Thomas Fletcher, and I'm the host of both the LCSW Network and the Military Social Work Network. If you're new to both of these channels, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channels, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of both of these channels is to create a community of hope and support where military and civilian social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Well, welcome back to Ask a Military Social Worker. Before I begin, just quick disclaimer that this video is not being endorsed, sponsored, promoted by any military or governmental agencies, and the views and opinions stated in this video are mine alone. So welcome back to Ask a Military Social Worker. I'm answering another question submitted by Airman Gonzo. So Airman Gonzo asked, if I were to transfer to another military branch as a social worker, would I have to go to OTS or Officer Training School in the new receiving branch? So Airman Gonzo, thank you for submitting another great question. So the short answer is going to be no. So when you as a social work officer, as a behavioral health officer, who's already been serving in one branch, when you of course, transferring from one military branch to another is a process, just like everything else in the military, and it's going to depend on the needs of the receiving branch as well as the needs of the branch that you're serving in. So those transfers do happen. So they do happen, but I would say that they don't happen as frequently as you would think. I know of a few instances in the state of California where we have service members transferring from the Army to the Air Force, but that's within the California National Guard. So those cases are probably a little bit easier than on the active duty side. But even if you're on the active duty side, you can request transfer from like the Air Force to the Army, or the Army to the Air Force, or Navy to the Air Force, or the Navy to the Army. But to answer your question, no, you would not have to go through Officer Training School. Officer Training School, or OCS in the Army, Officer Candidate School, is to prepare enlisted and civilians into becoming officers. So if you've already gone through OTS in another branch, or if you've gone through OCS in the Army, and then you were to transfer to the Air Force, most likely they're not going to make you go through OTS. They may have you, depending on where you are in your progression. Let's say you went through basic officer leadership course in the Army, and then you were to transfer to the Air Force. They may make you go to, it's possible that the Air Force might want you to go through their basic officer leadership course, but that would be very different from going through OTS or OCS. When I went through basic officer leadership course as a National Guard Army member, it was a 3.5-week course, which is different from going to OTS or OCS for like a year, right? So it's possible that they may have you go through basic officer leadership course, or even captain's career course, or even ILE. So it's going to really depend where you are in your career progression. But you will not have to go to OTS. But again, it's always good to ask the recruiter the question. When you're looking to transfer between military branches, it's always good to ask these questions to your recruiter. Okay. Let me know. I want my viewers to let me know if you guys have different experiences. If you have an experience that contradicts my answer, let me know. Let me know. I'm one officer in the Army National Guard in California. So there's all kind of experiences, but again, in preparing for this video and doing the research, I found no evidence to show that, especially a social work officer, because many social workers, and I've done other videos in the past, there's different pathways to joining. I know some social workers came in through ROTC. I know another social worker who came in through OCS. I came in through direct commission. So, if I've also talked about looking into transferring to another branch. So I'm highly doubting that I would have to go through OTS if I were to transfer from the Army to the Air Force, as I've been serving as an officer for almost 10 years. I would be very shocked if I found out that I had to go through OTS. But I'll keep you guys posted. But I'm going to stop here. I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers out there, thank you for the work that you do every day for your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.